suspense, intensity, and relentlessness. All right. As long as you watch it, you'll probably feel those three elements, depending on if anime is your thing or not. But I don't know. Just watch it. It's up to
I
you.
mean, honestly, like what's gonna really like make me really stick with it is if it has any kind of social commentary. Is that kind of what they're saying? Is, you know, this is real life. People are just being used to, you know, fuel the people at the top, basically.
To answer that question more like, well, more in a more nuanced way, I feel like I would have to watch it over again. I only rewatched the first episode, but I would say maybe you could think of the series itself as a social commentary because, you know, when you're a child, you don't really know anything about the world, but when you step into the real world, you'll notice that you're going to meet all kinds of people, from complete assholes, monsters in disguise, to, you know, wonderful people. So
See, I was thinking like reptilians.
You know,
it's a metaphor for it's a metaphor for reptilians.
Why do you say that?
You don't know what reptilians are?
I mean, I know what reptilians are, but I don't know if we have the same idea of reptilians in our minds. You know
what's
what's
a reptilian to you?
I was thinking you were saying like reptilians in government, that sort of thing, or
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's what you were thinking.
But now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be saying that shit on my podcast. Anyway, I don't know. Does that not anything that's related at all to Promised Neverland? I mean, that's what I'm asking.
I mean, yeah, you could say that could be a metaphor for that. You can interpret it that way. See, I mean, there's all kinds of ways you could connect the dots to make comparisons, right? You know, being, you know, we could also, I mean, I guess this is basically the same thing, in its sense, being chewed up by, I don't know, some, you know, some entity larger than yourself, you know, the world, the universe, you know, that kind of thing. If that makes any sense.
That's what I'm basically saying. Like, it is deep already, but as far as the story, I think it has to go somewhere that is like, you know, it has to be like a double meaning for me to like really like it, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that's because, you know, you did recommend this show to me based off of me saying that I like Death Note. And I feel like with Death Note, you know, it's more than just, you know, the show has like death gods and stuff, but really what it comes down to, it like makes you question like ethics and morals and, you know, things like that. So is that also something that Promised Neverland is that something that you get from Promised Neverland, or not really?
Yeah, I would say so, because at the get-go, you see the first character, she's more naive. She wants to, when they're talking about getting out, she wants to bring everybody, right? But
yeah,
there are the two others that we meet at first, Ray and what's his face? I can't remember right now.
Norman.
They're more, yes, Norman. They're more pragmatic, you know, they're more practical or whatever. I'm just throwing words out there. But basically they have a more realistic sense of like whether or not taking everybody will work, you know. But Emma, she's determined to take everyone, you know, come hell or high water, you know. So in that sense, you know, you have different values kind of battling each other in a way. And, you know, and you kind of see how that might affect their motivations for getting out, or whether or not they will trust each other, or whether or not they will, you know, allow themselves to submit to somebody else's values or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, actually, you know, now that, sorry, you think what?
I was finished. You can continue.
What? Okay. Anyway, now that you're saying all that, like you know what comes to mind, and I don't know if I should be saying this on here either, honestly. but I kind of feel like it's like the Church of Scientology. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
How have you seen the Leah Remini show that she has?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, she was kicked out of the Church of Scientology, and then
See,
she
I've heard
tried,
about people who were kicked out of the church, but
but now
not that particular show.
she's trying to get she made the show to bring awareness so that people in the show in the church can all leave. Like she's one that wants them all to leave,
Okay.
and yeah, so it's super crazy. But now that would you think that it's a metaphor for that?
Yeah, I can see it that way if it's about people trying. I mean, yeah, I think definitely because later on, listen, you're trying to finesse every single detail out of me, but that's fine. um,
No, I'm just saying like that's what I'm saying. Like I just want it to be something that can relate to things in real life like that, and not just
yeah,
oh well, it's an anime, so it has to be about monsters, and you know what I'm saying. Like that's what draws
see,
me into certain anime.
I mean, with every show, there's you could
You're right.
always
You're right.
bring
You're right.
some
You're right.
metaphor out of it. It's not, even books or whatever, even books about like fantastical beasts or monsters or whatever. There's always some element of you're always kind of bringing something from the real world into that
All right, but
new.
honestly, like Dragon Ball Z, I don't think there's anything from like the real world that's related to Dragon Ball Z
I mean,
or Pokemon or see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I mean, I'm just saying this. Well, with this particular anime, I think you can bring you can interpret certain interactions as, um, other issues happening in the real world, conflicts of values, the value of a human life, you know, that kind of
True,
thing.
true. So would you say
That's,
it's sorry, that's what?
I mean, that's why I kind of recommended it. That's why I thought it was more similar to Death Note in a way, because you kind of question the value of a human life. Because Kira, he was just yeet yeet yeet, eating all these people out of the world, even though they were bad. It makes you question. Well, just because they did all this bad stuff, does that make their life even less valuable than someone else's? So in that series, you kind of, and I guess in this show, it makes you question that. So.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'm definitely interested to hear more. I mean, to see more of the show. But that's interesting to hear all your thoughts on that, and thank you for not just dismissing all my crazy conspiracy theories on here.
No, thank you. I appreciate this opportunity to, I guess, discuss this with you. All right.
Yeah, so definitely tune in. We're definitely going to be back here for a review of the second episode, but that might not be for another week, depending on how long I'm going to make these episodes. I was supposed to do a 6ix9ine review this week, but of course 6ix9ine pushed it back yet again. So watch out for that next week, right here on the Geno Thanks podcast, powered by Kick the Media. Thank you again, John, for being a guest on my first episode.
All right, thank you.
And everybody, tune in next week. See you guys.
This podcast has been brought to you by JJ Marketing Advantage, which was established in 2007. Our team is made up of super talented marketing, design, creative, digital, and media experts with over 40 years of experience. Our brand, marketing, and digital departments take on bite-sized jobs, all the way through to long-term large projects. We are located at 895 Don Mills Road, Suite 900 in Toronto, Ontario, M3C1W3. Our number is 647-234-3631. You can find us at jjmarketingadvantage.com. This podcast has been powered by Kick the Media. KickTheMedia.com. There has never been a better time to listen to an epic podcast. Kick the Media back is as an entertainment production company that helps support a wide range of podcast shows, artists, long and short film producers of any platform. We want to open up an easy-to-use platform for companies to assist the newcomer into the industry. Even if you're a professional at what you do, come on over and see how we do things at Kick the Media. And tell us if you like our style. That was www.kickthemedia.com. We can also be reached at 226-782-0491. 226-782-0491. We are located in beautiful Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Once again, this podcast was powered by KickTheMedia.com.